This is the fun segment here on the show. So Woody Harrelson hosted Saturday Night Live, gave a meandering monologue. But inside of that monologue was an implicit critique of Big Pharma, of lockdowns, and clearly Woody has an axe to grind with the way that the U.S. government handled the pandemic. The audience did not find it funny. They did not like it. And Woody predicted something which ended up becoming true. Let's take a listen to it.
Okay, so the movie goes like this. The biggest drug cartels in the world get together and buy up all the media and all the politicians and force all the people in the world to stay locked in their homes. And people can only come out if they take the cartel's drugs and keep taking them over and over. I threw the script away. I mean, who is going to believe that crazy idea?
Who's going to believe that crazy idea? Except it actually literally did happen, and we have a tremendous amount of evidence. And more so, as people pointed out when he talked about the media, let's put this up there on the screen. Immediately, he was branded an anti-vax conspiracy theorist. Rolling Stone, Woody Harrelson spreads anti-vax conspiracy. Daily Beast, Woody Harrelson spews anti-vax conspiracy. Huffington Post, Woody Harrelson rambles about weed anti-vax conspiracy. And then Variety, Woody Harrelson's SNL monologue makes COVID conspiracy jokes. So 3 out of the 4 calling him an anti-vax conspiracy theorist. I don't think he was necessarily spreading anything anti-vaccine. And if anything...
It's a joke. Oh my God.
First of all, it's a joke. Second of all, there's a lot of evidence to back up what he said, which we have pointed here a million times. Here's the other thing on vax. Let's say whatever side you fall on. What do we learn from the Twitter files? That the pharma companies tried, and in some cases were successful, in deplatforming people who were advocating for generic vaccine technology. Yeah. That is literally true, what he said. Now, do you want to say that he was wrong for saying that they bought the media? Well, as Rogan and many other, John Abramson, who's out on our show, what is it, some 90% of television advertising news comes from pharma? People who watch news, I don't know how you people do it. The other day, I think I was watching the Super Bowl or something, so I signed up for one of those free trials so I can watch live TV. I'm like, how many of these ads for irritable bowel syndrome can somebody sit there? I can't even fathom it, that this is all that's on television.
Yeah.
Ask your doctor, ask your doctor, ask your doctor. My favorite is the thread of Brits who every once in a while tune into US TV, and they're like, why are there so many pharmaceutical drug ads on television? So none of what he said was wrong. And actually what he said was only vindicated in the response. And as our producer Griffin was saying, he said, just the audience, the total lack of silence. That's a small room too. So it actually took guts for Woody to do.
I mean, here's my thing. Okay, I listened to the whole monologue, and whoever there described as like rambling about weed, like that was like 95% of the monologue, okay? It was all over. It was like I was in a park and I was doing this and I was smoking weed, whatever. Okay, so it goes on like this. And then this is like this one line in the monologue. And if you listen to it in its entirety, I mean, it just feels, they make it sound like he is just out there like vaccines don't work and there, you know, and just going on and on about this in a serious way, when I'm reluctant to even engage with like nitpicking the substance of the joke and, oh, did they technically buy the media? Did they technically have this conspiracy? Because it's a joke. And that's the thing that drives me crazy about it, is that there's just such an overreaction to anything that would suggest there was anything nefarious about Big Pharma or about the way that this all ultimately unfolded. You know, I heard Woody was talking on Club Random on Bill Maher's podcast, and he said things that I don't agree with. I mean, he was like still sort of like touting ivermectin, which has been debunked and whatever. But he talked about how the pharmaceutical companies at bottom are out for profit. And that's just an undeniable fact. And it led me to think something that I have thought many times in the past, which is it's not an accident that you have so much anti-vaccine conspiracy, vaccine hesitancy, skepticism, all of these things in the American context, because people here are not stupid and they know that the profit motive is driving everything. In other countries where you have universal health care and profit isn't the end-all be-all of the healthcare system, guess what? They had better vaccine take-up rates. They had less like outright conspiracy out there. So, you know, there's a root cause here that has led a lot of people to be very mistrusting of what the government and what Big Pharma ultimately has to say on this issue and any other range of issues.
Yeah, here's what he had to say, quote, "The last people I would trust with my health are Big Pharma and big government, because neither one of those strike me as caring entities. They're all about profit, and it's insane the profit that they have made." I mean, yeah, look, you can't say that the man is wrong. And just at this point, you know, I don't understand how anybody can still be litigating COVID literally 3 years later. So the joke, it's like, let it pass. Why do we care? Even if you're anti-vax at this point, who cares? You know, it's like at this point, anybody who's going to get the vaccine is going to get the vaccine.
It's just all about labeling.
And who's not is not.
Who's the good one? Who's the bad one? Who's okay and acceptable? Who's not? You know,
just leave it alone. Yeah, that's another one of those where with the media, like, I don't even know why they particularly care or why the audience felt so uncomfortable, but I do, because it's been partisan blinders and all of them put on. But Woody's always been an odd bird, and we were talking about this morning. You know, he's always spoken out about government and all that. So it's actually very fitting for his character. So anyway, good for him. I thought he did a good job.
Hey guys, ready or not, 2024 is fully upon us now, and Saagar and I have been brainstorming ways that we can really up our game for this critical election.
Yeah, we rely on our premium subs to expand our coverage, to add staff, to upgrade the studio. We just want to give you the best independent coverage of this election, which is possible. So if you can help us out, become a premium subscriber today, breakingpoints.com, or the link is down here in the description video. It really means the world to us. And if you like what we're all about, this is the best possible way to keep us 100% independent, working only for you.